In July 2023, dancers and musicians from Edinburgh College travelled in Santiago de Cuba to participate in an exchange with Cuban performers. Final results of this intercultural exchange were seen at Santiago de Cuba's Carnival. This is the story of their journey together.
My experience in Cuba has been really different, and it's been really an honor to be here and just learning different cultures and traditional ways with music and the food.
It's been amazing so far. You can tell that people that is involved in the project wants to be here, and they are making lots of effort, and they're trying so hard to make a good piece all together.
I guess for me as an educator, it's put me back in the position of a learner, and that, I think, as an educator, that's super important, to be right back at the beginning where I know nothing. So I think that's really interesting for me as a creative, to experience a different way of collaborating and making art and working with other people. Working through a different process has been super important, and I think equally that's the same for many of our young artists who sometimes have very prescribed ways of making work and a sense of how they collaborate, but actually working with a different system of making and creating has been super valuable for them.
I'm really impressed of the way they experience music here, the amount of talent there is, and even in people that is not into the world of art, they are so talented. I think I've learned a lot from Cuban genres, and I can't wait to get back to Scotland and put into practice what I've learned here.
Here, surrounded by musicians, doing music all the time, people who is inviting you to do music without judging you, and they want to learn from you. So that really helped me to open my mind and not be shy, let's say that way, and say, okay, I'm gonna try, I want to do it. And really, it's really helping me.
The music has been phenomenal. The way that the people in Santiago move and dance and play their instruments is like something I've never seen before. Being kind of engulfed in this sort of energy. It's new for me, but it's very pleasurable. I've really enjoyed hearing all the different instruments being played and also getting to interact with the people as well.
have a very different way of me as a musician of play the music. They usually stay on the offbeat, and for us it's like 1, 2, 3, and 4, and they always stay on the and, you know, on the middle of that. And for me it was like, wow, I need to change that of my mind, because it was so hard to connect that their music with my music. Is something that I will want to improve once I arrive to Edinburgh, like being able to play on that offbeats all the time, because it will improve my music as well.
My experience so far has been like completely life-changing. It's not what I expected at all. I tried to do as much research as I could before coming, but it's totally different. And it's just been an amazing experience getting to learn from the Cubans in dance class, learn like the Chinese trumpet and their Congo drums, and really just getting thrown into the whole community, because like this isn't really a touristy area, so you're thrown into what the locals are like, and you're eating the same food as them, you've got your rice and your meats, and you're going to the same places, so it's just been an amazing, totally like different experience than what I expected.
Coming here doing dance mainly, being a costume maker, it hasn't been as directly involved with, you know, what I've trained in. I think it's really important to experience sort of like these kind of interdisciplinary kind of things where you can kind of see how the music affects the dancing and how that affects the way that people dress. When we went to this street party a couple of nights ago, I saw a drag queen whose version of drag was totally different to drag that I'd seen in the UK before. I get the feeling that it's going to all come together in surprising ways after the fact. Years down the line, I'll be like, this is like a classic Cuban color scheme or something like that, you know, and I'll be able to bring that in when I least expect it.
Being able to see different cultures and being able to photograph and like document how life is here has been like really great for my photography development. Being able to like learn new techniques about like compositions and things like that as well.
I think it's been so far the most overwhelming experience of my life, and shocking and inspiring, because like you can listen about things, you can hear, but when you live and you treat with people and you see how much talent they have, like they do so many things amazingly, and still their level of life is like there is no abundance, and it's like it's a lesson. It's the best lesson I had in my life.
It's really important for the soul, I think, to know another people, another country, another way of life is for your mind, is for open your mind. I think this is the most important thing of and the best thing of traveling, meet more people around the world.
I already feel that I'm growing as a musician, knowing different rhythms in the percussion, knowing different chord progression on bass or guitar, and also knowing new ways to play the clave, new ways to play the cowbell, and new instruments like the chacaré, all the things that I bought.
Hello, we're in Santiago de Cuba for the Carnival. Big up Edinburgh, big up Santiago.
La experiencia que me llevó el proyecto es una experiencia inolvidable. Me han impartido cultura que no conozco.
Y muy importante, la relación cultura es lo más importante. Muy bonita la experiencia porque hemos conocido de ustedes sus encantos, sus vivencias y principalmente lo que saben hacer cada uno en su especialidad.
Hemos conocido nuevos ritmos en la música y en la danza, así como ustedes también han podido nutrirse de nuestras raíces, de nuestras costumbres, pero también nos ha servido de mucho todo el aporte que nos han dado porque nos han demostrado que con un ritmo de otra nación se puede incrementar todo el quehacer cultural de lo que ya tenemos nosotros aquí en Cuba.
También ha sido un trabajo maravilloso la percusión, lo pudieron lograr, cómo pudieron tocar nuestra música y también adaptar los bailes de ellos o mezclados junto con lo de nosotros.
De alguna manera estoy muy agradecido por la oportunidad que se me ha brindado, que se me ha ofrecido, en el sentido de este intercambio que se ha establecido entre el Reino Unido y Cuba. Pienso que ha sido una experiencia muy maravillosa debido a que de todo intercambio, de toda influencia cultural, nace algo diferente. Y acá hemos tenido algo muy diferente en todos los sentidos.
Porque es un intercambio de cultura. Conocen las de nosotros, les transmitimos y ustedes nos dan a nosotros la cultura. Entendemos sus bailes, sus toques, que son muy contagiosos. Se vio en el carnaval cuando todo el pueblo siguió.
Yo no pude bailar por un problema, estaba desesperado, quería bailar. No podía por un problema de salud, de la pierna. Me impactó el vestuario, me llamó la atención. El vestuario, la dinámica al bailar, esa fuerza, eso que ustedes hacen de los tambores, me llamó la atención, me llamó desde el principio. Y la labor del conjunto en general, o sea, hubo un trabajo en conjunto, o sea, se vio la unión entre dos países. Dos corazones en un mismo corazón.